Alrighty, welcome back. I'm outside playing on the race car. That's where my brain's been at for the last day or so, looking at it. I've got the chop looking good on this side. I've finished up the front post coming down, got the door welded together. This side actually went together a little better than the other side, and the reason being because I had the other side to look at and go with that, but it's come together quite nice. I'm very happy with it. There was a mention that I could have left the back window in. I had to stop and think, could I have left the back window in? Well, no, I couldn't have, because it's overlapped here by 3 or 4 inches. It's up inside the roof, and I did not want to bring this piece down to here. I want it to look like it was original back there. So no, the back window has to be sectioned up inside the roof. But I've more or less got it all tacked, just tacked together, looking what we're going for. I'm going to try to be careful on the patina, because every time I generally do a car, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just grinding it off, going with it, cutting it. But I'm going to try to think about it as I'm doing this. The front window, I'm trying to get it in place and trying to weld this, get this done up, get this fixed to be that front window, get that in there, get that fitting right. Once that fits right, then I know any 35 front window will fit it. I'm having an issue right now. Someone has cut the cowl out of this car, or the air conditioner. Anyways, what has happened, they've cut that out, they've cut this apart, and I'm trying to figure it, well, I've got it figured, I guess, somewhat how far it goes apart, because we've tacked it on there. Right now, I can't, this windshield's not fitting over down there. I got it pried over here, it's going down nice. I can pry that down, it'll pry that back, but it's pushing down on this metal. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to cut this out of here, let that center go down a little bit, and we'll layer metal on top of this piece, and then we'll make a brand new piece up here with no air conditioner. That's what we're going to do. We've uncovered the hop. The hop, we did on the first season, we did a golf course giveaway car. It was one of the most beautiful cars that we've done, I thought. One of the most beautiful cars we've done. It had a Hemi in it with 2 4-barrels on it. No one won the car. But this is the engine and the frame and the bodies left over there in the woods. This is the remainder of that car. It was not a car that I wanted to put on the golf course for someone to swing for. It was not that car, but it did have a lot of good components when we acquired it. I'm thinking that the engine looks so fresh and new. It probably has had some love. Looking at the gaskets on the side of it, looks like it's had some love. Took my time. I put some plastic on it, tried to save it. Yes, I did. And the reason being is, because why not? I might use it, but anyways, it's not stuck. Just moved it. It's not stuck, so I'm very happy about that. The transmission, I had to go digging in the dumpster there this morning, trying to find the shifter. There's the shifter for it. It's in the chassis, so it's looking too good. I'm thinking that to try to get the flathead out, we have a 36 Ford frame over there, but that is pretty near junk. If there's some good pieces on it, don't get me wrong, I'm not throwing it away, but the frame is junk. This has good chassis. It's all mounted. Pedals are in it. They're a bit big, but I think I'm going to go with the hop. I really am. That's what I'm planning on, the 6-cylinder hop. This is supposedly 101 horsepower, and that car out there is supposedly 90 horsepower. Well, I'd rather 101 horsepower over 90 horsepower. Not saying that it's going to be faster or anything, but this is probably what I want to go with. I'm probably going to shove that car down on that chassis, and whatever does not work, I will cut it off and make it work. I had a blower inside the building there. I think it's for blowing cement or something. It's for blowing something. It says blower right on the side of it. Should wipe it off. You can come right up here and take a look at it. But this is a blower. I had it geared up one time. I was going to put it onto an engine. And you see blower right there. I had it on an engine, and I never used it. It's been setting. It's got cased in bearings. It's a heavy monster. It's 119 pounds. Don't know if it's worth its weight. Don't know that. But what I'm thinking is I have to find out the rules and that sort of stuff. Eli would probably fill us in on that for sure. I think Eli pretty well runs it. He's a hot rod builder himself. but I think I'm going to use that. I don't know if that blower would do me any good, but it'd be fun to try to make it work. You know. You watch them on the tube there about putting leaf blowers and blowing air to the engine. It makes more horsepower. I know that thing makes horsepower because I talked to a guy that did it and it blew up the engine, so it might be too much air, who knows. But that's where my brain's at, and what I have to do is fix this front window and get it working so I can make it work. And what I'm thinking is this piece here is too high, so I'm going to continue on. You can see where it's cut here, baby. You can see where it's cut there. I'm going to continue on with their line. Why would I not? I'll continue on with there and I'll cut this piece out of here and get that window down where it's supposed to be, and we'll make a new piece that lays on top of that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to get a piece of tape real quick just because I got a nice line going on. I might as well have a nice line too. Jolene looks amazing today. She has a halter top on. You can see her belly ring, and she has a Daisy Dukes on. Looks amazing today. She makes me proud. Makes me proud. She makes me look good. That's what she does. Makes me look good. Sometimes Puller needs that. Not all the time. Sometimes. This is what I'm seeing. I'm going to cut on this side of the tape. It's got that mark there. Not a bad line. Why not? I'm going to cut that out of there and see what happens. See if I can get that window back together and get that laying down in there right. Then all I have to do is make a piece that fits here, cut this off, and make a nice piece that closes it off, and then the windshield post is connected. I haven't got a whole lot of time in this chop, not at all. Not using this glass. You should always cover glass up if you're grinding or welding, always, because it'll ruin it, but I'm not using this glass. Don't need that right there right this minute. I have made the mistake before of cutting a roof and not having the glass, and you should have the glass if you're cutting the roof off, unless it's flat and you can see exactly what's going on, but you should have the glass. I want to get that right out of there, I do. It's the only thing holding that down, you know? Bends down a lot easier now. It bends down easier now. Come on, out piece. I want that piece out of there. Get a little pair of pliers instead of trying to cut myself. Can unhook that. Yeah, I can pull that out, I can. That's not hurting anything, it's not. Not hurting a damn thing. Let's put the window in it. I'm gonna knock it off, see if I can get that piece out of there. I'm gonna knock this off, take this off. Some of it out of there again. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. I'm going to keep that one on there a little bit. Much your eyeball. Yeah, we're free. I'm gonna cut some more of this off. Come on out. Hard to get at. A little hard to get at. But come on. Jeez. Got that all jammed up in there, all stupid looking now. There. Let's get a window in this bad boy. Jumped up quite heavy there, we did. We jumped up quite heavy. Gonna take a look at it. Just gonna... Not so bad, still comes down the same way. Just got to pull it back in place, put the window in it. Put the window in it. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas, a lot easier. Now we're cooking with gas. Looks like it would hinge up, it does. Basically just trying to fit this window frame in here the best we can, and then we'll tack it down, then we'll push it, bring it back down where we had it, so we haven't got the big door gap. You can see when I knocked it off the cowl, the door gap got big again, and that's just because I've let it off in the front. I'll have to push it back down on, I will. Yes, I will. Hope I don't need a hand for that, but if it has to be, it'll have to be. Slid right in there that time. Come on. Stay in for me. Nope, I want the other one. That seems a bit sloppy. Seems sloppy. Nope, I want down more. I want it tighter. Fits nice. Take that one off. Leave it. Nope, want to grab it again, that's all. So what I'm going to do is that one's fitting pretty nice on there. That corner's tight. That kicked out some. Ooh, going to push the car over. Yeah, I might need to push down on this bad boy. Fitting bad. It's not fitting bad. Just taking a look around, see if it fits all right. Got the roof so chopped I can't even get my head in the window to see if it's okay. Just trying to look around. Looking for gaps and that sort of stuff. I could come down more on that side I think. Tape can come off. I pretty well have got the window where I think I want it. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this back together. Connect that back together, and then we'll make a piece from here to there, all the way across. Alrighty, make a piece for that. Make a piece of this or not. I think I'm going to make a piece out of this, and the reason being is it's for the strength. I've got it right here. Haven't got my marker yet this morning, have I? Do the same. It's a good piece. We'll get the welder going. It's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. And Jolene just makes it that much nicer. Don't you, baby? Yeah, that much nicer. Having fun doing this. I am having fun working on this. Something different than spreading mud. And that's what I'm doing it for. Get it split up a little bit. Didn't even go back at it after we did the spread the mud on we did. I'll do maybe a little bit more whenever it's raining or something or whatever. I'm going to put that here somewhere. I want to put that. Put it right there, we will. Turn that on. Hat off. Glasses off. Don't know where my seeing eye glasses are, but we're going to go for it. I've got a little body line. You can see the body line. I'm just going to try to match it up on both sides. And I might even vice grip that. Yeah. Hard welding outdoors when the wind's blowing. It's hard welding outdoors when the wind's blowing. All the fingers out of the gloves here. I can't can't push up on that without burning my hand. There we go. Got a little same gap on that side, same gap on that side. I'm gonna weld that shut. What? These pieces here, I split that, I V'd it. I very well could go in there and zip cut that, butt weld that, try to get that piece out. Very well could do that. I'd rather not. I'd rather overlap that piece because that's where I've cut it. That would be where there's integrity. Where I've overlapped that, everybody should know that a lap weld is a lot stronger than a butt weld. And when it comes to laying the roof down, I just sooner lap it, put it over top, weld it, fill it, and be done with it. I just tried to fill the spot that felt like it was down. Basically, that's why the shape is the shape it is. And that's what I did it for. On the inside, I'm still going to have to make a piece in there so you can't see it or get at it, and brace that up. But on these cars, I do not mind on the chops that they're lapped because they're stronger than they are butt welds. That's for sure. Because I very well could have just butt welded a piece in there. I figure I'll lap it because it'll be a little bit stronger. I got a piece underneath there and grind it off. And we didn't have to grind it off. Don't have to. I'm going to leave that like that. Now. Wow. Gonna have to have some pulling going on to get that back in place, probably. Don't know if that was a mistake of mine. You know what I mean? John pulled on it when I was doing it. So what has happened here, it's opened up on the door gap, which is not a bad thing. It's just that I got to get it pulled back forward again. Yes, I do. Got to get that center to stay down. I like to see it set in there without Not sure if I should have let that go there or not, but we should still be able to push it back down where it goes. Sure we can. Sure we can. I see it right there right now. Perfect. No problem. Alrighty. I want to bend this down so that window will sit in there. I really do. Want to keep crawling off there for? Why is that going to keep crawling off there for? That's where I want it to sit like. We're still good. We're still good. Yeah. Hey, that's no problem. Door gap back again. I'm gonna have to clean that up with a hard disc grinder. Can't leave that sharp like that. That would just end up not good. That would just end up not good. There we go. Let's do this piece. I'm gonna get that back in place. Don't know if I need my helmet or not, but here we go. Door gap looks good on the top. That looks good on that, you know. Door gap looks really good. But that's where it was. Let's get a pry bar, or I think I'm gonna. Just trying to make the window fit, basically. Just don't remember being that tight there. There we go. Aye. How to do that? How am I going to weld that? Put your camera down for a sec, baby, if you can. Can you do that? Is that possible? Yeah. Well, I can. How to do that? How would I do that? Probably shouldn't have cut that off, probably. But I'm all right. It's okay. This side looking fantastic. That side's fantastic. You know, I honestly don't know. How to do that? You want to weld that if you can? There, weld right there. Your helmet's right over there if you want your helmet. I know you're not prepared for it, but you're gonna tack it right there when I tell you to, okay? Get that on your toes, eh? Second. Trying to move the head. Ah! Nope, I ain't doing it. Just can't get a hold of the roof to bring it. There you go, weld it. Good. Awesome. Well, that's sort of a big gap going this side, but thank you, sweetheart. Okay. Got that. Here. Yeah, I don't think that was. I suppose I could have pulled pushed like that, I suppose. I don't think we don't want to do it any further, to be honest with you. One's fell off. A little issue with the corners. A little issue. Whatever. I'm going to take and clean that lip up all the way along there. I'm going to make a piece for this to hold it in place. I just don't know if I should try to bring that down close or not. I'm close on that part right there. I can't really. Tying up the top of the door. I don't know if I had that much of a gap or less gap or what kind of gap. I have no idea. See what the other side looks like. Basically have to keep walking around it. This side we gained gap, which is not bad. It's not bad. We gained a little bit on that side. That's good on that side. I feel like the other side needs more work than this side. But that's okay. Get the window to fit. And the windows are connected in the corners, so that should draw that down nice. We should draw that down nice once these are bolted up. You can see inside here, baby. You want to come and look inside? You can see how that window fits on that hinge. You can see how they're going to fit once I bend that hinge down. That's going to fit that hinge. They're going to bolt to that, and then it'll flip up or down, whatever. All right, I'm going to get a hard disk and try to clean that mess up. What I mean by that mess is this jagged stuff here. I'm going to take it in there and just clean it up a little bit. I don't like that like that. Just clean it up a bit. The air's not on, is it? This stuff you sort of have to take your time and make sure that things are looking right while you're going along. If not, you can get yourself in a little bit of trouble. I can fix that door up a little bit, knock that line down a little bit, take it up a little bit. I think we're fine there. This will have to be cut. That'll have to be cut and welded on where it touches. That has to be fixed there, obviously. Not bad though. but we're right up tight here just like on the other side, so I see no problems with it. I see no problems with it. Let's clean her up a little bit. Try not to leave anything too sharp in a build, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna I'll fix that line up. Fix this up. Got some screws on there. Instead of taking them out, I'm just gonna flapper wheel them off. Turn the welder on for a second. That's going to stay where that's at. That door can be pushed in. Yes, it can. And that one's... No, don't want that happen. Don't want the door, don't want the window to come off. Stay down there, window. That one don't work so well. Alrighty, let's make our piece for the cowl. It's good. Bum, 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 bum. Cut this in half, should do us. Need a marker. What I'm hoping is, if I have this pressed in place, when it comes time I get it all welded up, it'll be in place. That's what I'm hoping for. That one corner's going down in there hard. It is, it is. If I have to bang on it, I have no problem with that. If I have to bang on it, I will. And a pair of scissors. How am I going to do this? Let's do it this way. Just taking. See that distance there? I'm keeping that distance all the way along with my eye. that distance right there. I'm going to go over here and make this distance. Keep the same distance away from the window. My eye. That's what I'm going to do. This stuff's all I can let it all go at any time. I can let it all go at any time and change my mind. I can so. You're allowed. It's good across the back. Line I see. And if there's any boo-boos, I'll just fix it before I mark it onto my metal. Can't see much more than that, can we? Huh? Can't see much more than that. That there's gonna fit all right. I gotta take a look at this thing. Is what it is. It's a bent up old car. you know what I'm saying, baby? She's bent up old. She's a bent up old car. I'm going to take a piece of tape, make a couple pieces for the end here. I just put my marker down, did I? No. It's going to hold that in place. Mark a piece. No, we don't want that like that. Trying to match it up on the back here so it's nice is what I'm trying to do. Make my marker. Mark that on there so I know where it goes. That works. So we'll make another one. We'll make two of them. It's easier to get down the ground so the wind don't blow me away. The wind don't blow me away. You see the sunshine down on me? Huh? See the sunshine down on me? Left my other one there, didn't I? I'm gonna put a piece of tape on it. Oh, bugs. Wrong side. Could have used for the other side, I suppose. I come back a little further on that side for some reason, but I did. Does not matter. See, we got it back a little ways. That's fine. Just want to trim a little bit off this. Beautiful. Done. No, I'm just joking. But that's where it's gonna lie, I guess. Doesn't look bad. Take that off. Put some tape on the other side so the pieces don't fall off. Cut a little bit off. If the hut engine runs, it'll be easy to make up my mind. Easy to make up my mind. Like that on there, like that. I can probably cut that off a little bit more. Well, not that part, but. Checking my mic, checking my sound, sorry. Let me get this here going again. I'm gonna take off a little bit more. What I'll do, take 1/8 off the whole way. Just trying to make the best pattern I can for that piece so it sets on there nice. I want to weld it in the right place. And I mean I want to weld it in the right place. I mean I want to weld it up on that top piece of trim around the window and around the front on the corner on the edge, so when I grind it off, or even if I do grind it off, it looks good. What I'm saying is, when I'm welding this up, I want to get it on that high spot or below that high spot. When I weld off, I can flush it off with that high spot right there. You can see where it's ground. And on here, I want to get it on this edge. So there's where I'd want to weld it, like that. Right along that chrome shiny edge, that's where I want to weld it. And on the front, I want to do along the edge. So I'll bring it out here and probably flapper wheel off the front to make it fit perfect. So that's my piece for there. Window is still in. This is having to prying that in there. I thought I had this, maybe I didn't work on this side, the gap this side that much, I'm not sure. Gotta do a little work to it, I guess. All right, let's cut this piece out and I can lay that piece on there. Just looking at it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Got a table right here. So you can get some metal first. Not really set up with this plastic here, eh? Really to do it, but oh, that piece just missed. That piece just missed. There's a piece right there. Got a piece. Got a table right here. Did I leave the piece down there, did I? No. What did I do with that run? I'm running, as you can tell. Didn't want to waste all, do that, but it's gonna get done. I need the piece, so use her up. Use her up. Just got enough. Wow, that marker worked really good. Thanks for the markers, thank you very much. How do I want to cut that? Plasma cutter put away, is it? Plasma cutter put away, what's that, sweetheart? Okay, we'll go with electric shears. Let's do it. Electric shears is what it is. That means that I have a chance of warping it around the edges. Yes, it does, or stretching it. And what happens is I just lay it on the ground, pound it down. I'm putting it all on the front of the car, around the cowl, so it's really going to get welded up around everything. Everything's looking good. Ah. Might not work too badly, who knows? being hard on me. Big cut. Hard to believe. Ah. Okay. If it has to act that way, I guess it has to act that way. Believe it or not, that took quite a bit of strength to hold that. Believe it or not. Don't want to pound it up too much. We didn't stretch it around the edges too much. Play with it a little bit. Play with it a little bit. I know where the mark is on it, that it's got to come off. I know that. And the reason I know that is because the pattern I had fit. So the mark on the outside of the pattern is going to be a little too much, so I might as well take it off now. Actually, what I'll do is I'll try it first and tell myself, nope, I'm not even going to try it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. See where the line's there? Good across the back. Good enough. Anything that would make it stand up off your car, like stand up off and not sit down nice, you want to make sure that you fix it before you put it on there and get it welded on there. It's hard to deal with it. This is what I'm going to do. I should figure out which way it goes best. I don't think it much matters, but that works, that works. Like that the best. So we'll roll it this way. Maybe a little bit much, but I can bend it back a little bit. I want to put a little roll in it. Just gives it a little bit of shape. That's what it does, gives it a little bit of shape. That's what it does, gives it shape. Not as nice as Jolene's, but it's got shape. I'm just going to tack that on there. Yes, I'm gonna. I just want to look at one thing for shits and giggles. Look for the gap around the window. That's what I'm looking for. That's all good. That's all good. Ha. Okay. It's all good. That's all good. Awesome. Awesome. Just looking for this stuff around here, eh? And looking for the stuff on the other side. That's what I'm looking for. And am I looking down or leave it? I'm going to leave it. Here we go. I'm going to tack it on. Nope, took my cord away. Where'd we put the helmet, sweetheart? Sorry. It's a little brain dead there for a second. Brain dead. Just for a second. Just for a second. Stop it. Stop it. Where's that magnet? Alright, I'm just going to start from the center on this bad boy piece. Start from the center. To tack one on. Yeah. Second here. Once I get two, you know what happens. I can't move it. Once I get two, I can't move it. I'm going to say that's pretty nice. Yeah, it's a little bit out on that side, isn't it? Yeah, that's what happens. That's going to get more strength. What am I up on for speed on that damn thing? That's what that's going to give us, strength. Oh, I can't do that. And giving us wow, it's good. Too much metal on that. Missed it. Have to get Aiden back, yeah. Cool. There we're myself up a little higher. Just tacking that on. Going with it, I guess. Need that hammer. Come on. Keep doing that. Just going to work it from one side to the other. Keep the heat down, and also if there's any too much metal, I can run it at one end. That didn't stick. I know it's on. It's hard to flick the helmet and have the stick down where I want it. Basically, take the helmet off. You got your helmet on, she says. I know. Just wasn't in my interest right there. And then, you know what I mean? Alrighty. We have the cowl put back on. We made it in one piece. It was cut apart there anyways. I'm hoping when the window gets bolted in there, or not bolted in there on that hinge, that it pulls that corner in nice. That's what I'm hoping for. It should, because it's fitting there now. When we pulled the front off, we gained a little bit of gap on this, which ended up being better for me, and it ended up giving us a little more on the other side also, which is, it's okay, because I haven't continued and finished this side yet, so that's good. But the cowl's on, the window fits. Now I gotta fix this stuff. You know, I gotta make a piece come from down, weld it on this piece here, weld it down, come across, and finish that off so it looks nice. Close it off to make it fit the door. maybe slice this, shrink it a little bit, cut it, put one piece in, layer, zip it, bring it down on top of that. I'm going to do the same to the other side. And then I will have it all the way around, connect it the way I want to have it connected. I'm going to probably think about trying to see how I can move the chassis there and maybe get the body up and get it down on top of that and see what happens. Anyways, let's give away a hat or a shirt. Let's do it. Don't look bad, baby. Don't look bad, baby. I can't see it. The damn hoist is in the way, but happy with it. Very happy with it. Happy. It might work out here. Do you want to take it to the front? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to the front. Hard to talk myself through that one because I really didn't know what I was doing myself. I was going by the seat of my pants on that one. I had to because I've never done that one before. But as I've got it put on there, I'm happy with the way it fits. The window fits in there perfectly, so I'm happy. That's all that really matters, that the window fits in there. And then I got to close the post up, get the post, put some integrity back into them. I have to weld them all up so they're, so they're good. I also like the lap joint on the front of the roof because it makes it stronger, and a little bit of filler will not hurt. Wow, 676 comments. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're working hard. We're still giving her. Our dream has get a little bit bigger, but if you have no dreams, you're on a road to nowhere. And my dream is to try to get that done for next year. I can tow that down there and have some fun. There is probably not a man alive that didn't like to play in the mud when he was a kid. There's probably not a man alive that doesn't wish he was still a kid. And you know what? I feel like I'm still a kid sometimes when I'm out there playing with that truck and a car, because basically I get to do as I want to do. I get to make it look the way I want it to look. And that's basically the end of it. It's freedom for me to go out there and change the look of something and make me happy with a visual. And as that makes me happy, then I'm able to try to make Jolene happy. Right, baby? We're happy together. Have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. And we'll see what happens, what I'm doing, whether I'm working on the truck or whether I'm working on the race car. It does not matter. I will be here, and I will see you there.